Hey people, you're right to war. I am. See? I'm not dead. Yet. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank everybody who's helped me reach 2,000 subscribers. I got a series of short videos to roll out for you now. Yeah, designed to leave no man behind in Mass Effect 3. Because as you may or may not know, I've been at this for years. And I've stated that I've finished at least 3 times now. However, as the game's changed or I've learned new information about it, I've kept my videos on the subject up to date through the annotations, whenever the way I play the game has not been drastically altered, in which case I've produced a revised video. But it's been requested for a long time now, though, that I actually show off these changes so they can be better understood, or at the very least, heard by those who can't see the annotations. So allow me to introduce Bunky's Builds Redux with a short video on how I play the human adept. First off, let's look at the build. You want a fully evolved singularity with radius at rank 4, recharge speed at rank 5 and damage at rank 6. Then fully evolved warp with detonate, expose and pierce. And finally shockwave with radius, force and damage if you're on PC, detonate and recharge speed. With all your powers at rank 6, they'll combine to produce the strongest biotic explosions. That leaves you with enough points to go rank 4 in alliance training and get weapon damage, and rank 4 in fitness to get your ability. I like to strap the collector SMG to this guy. If you got it at least level 5, I recommend you do the same. Plug in the magazine upgrade, that's a must, and the high velocity barrel. The equipment I like to wear is the incendiary rounds. Failing that, warp rounds make a great ammo bonus. A cyclonic modulator, what precious few I have for the armor bonus. The SMG amp for my gear, although Geth scanner is a great choice too. And finally, obviously, an SMG rail amp for my weapon bonus. The strategy for this guy is biotic explosions, because he's fucking amazing at them. This is why you don't need to worry about power damage as much as you do power rank. When 2 moves combine into an explosion or a burst, it's called a power combo. The strength of these don't increase with power damage bonuses, but rather with the rank of the 2 powers used and the specific power combo bonuses they have, such as with Shockwave's detonate evolution. Combined with Singularity, all mooks or non-boss enemies within a 2-meter radius can be the source of a biotic explosion that's at 165% strength. Singularity primes every single enemy it touches, not just mooks, for a biotic explosion, and Shockwave can hit 2 targets individually with each cast. Since Shockwave's area of effect damage is separate from one another like this, as in it's not simultaneous among the enemy, it can register as 2 projectiles and produce 2 power combos every time you use it. This gives the human adept amazing crowd control, as not just 4 enemies are potentially ragdolled between Singularity and Shockwave. Granted, they have no protection, but 2 explosions each provide up to 4 meters of uncapped area of effect damage within 2.6 meters of each other. This is of course if you're not on PC, as the radius evolution of Shockwave causes the power to periodically do no damage. Sorry guys. Any mook that survives this barrage though will either take a very literal dirt nap through collision damage or will likely be eaten alive by the black hole that is Singularity, as the power does damage every second it touches the enemy. You may prefer detonate at rank 6 of Singularity because once you've hit the enemy with the power and followed it up with Shockwave, you can leave it out and hit one of the survivors with warp. By that time, it will only be a couple of seconds before Singularity is able to detonate the warp effect for a potential 3rd explosion in a row. This is particularly nice because it lets you produce power combos beyond the range of Shockwave. But honestly, the only enemies you want to warp or keep your distance from are the enemies you definitely want to hit with Shockwave. Shockwave's range is amazing anyway, a cool 16 meters even without the reach evolution, and it travels through walls and other objects too, which is why it's called to have the Geth scanner. Your other powers, most importantly warp, can be curved around corners and over cover because of the way they track the enemy. It's a simple matter of aiming slightly to the side of your target in the direction you want the power to travel. This lets you stay out the enemy's line of sight for the most part, and why you can afford to have less health. So hit the mooks with Singularity and then Shockwave repeatedly, and hit the bosses with Warp and Shockwave. Warp and then Shockwave is the strongest power combo any single character can produce. The detonate evolutions of both powers increase the damage of biotic explosions exponentially, as all detonation bonuses are multiplicative. meaning they don't simply add a percentage of the base damage, but rather add a percentage of the sum total damage, basically multiplying the damage instead of just adding to it. All enemies caught in the explosion will feel the full force of this power combo, but your boss target will also be debuffed by the Expose evolution of the Warp Hit, multiplying the damage again by an additional 15%. Meanwhile, the Pierce evolution and high velocity barrel on your gun forces the enemy armour to have practically no effect on your weapon damage. It's in your best interest to shoot whenever your powers are on cooldown so that you're constantly doing damage. This is why the Collector SMG is great, as it never requires you to go to an ammo box, and its great accuracy lets you shoot much further than Shockwave. As long as you plug in that magazine upgrade, and not the heatsink, because it doesn't work for this gun, and keep repeatedly tapping that trigger as opposed to holding it down, it will never let you down. Warp's Expose evolution will multiply your weapon damage too, and the incendiary rounds will actually stack Warp's damage over time and multipliers to its own and deal it out much faster. This builder Warp has a 0.5 damage multiplier to shields, two 1.5 multipliers to armour, and a 1.5 and a 2 times damage multiplier to barriers. Most importantly though, the incendiary rounds prime unshielded enemies for fire explosions, which like biotic explosions, do double damage to armour. Just note that fire effects, like all tech power combo primers, mask your biotic effects. This potentially lets you chain power combos on this character. Follow Warp with 2 shockwaves, and the first will detonate a fire explosion, and the second will detonate a biotic. Your biotic explosions will always be stronger though, not just because of the detonation bonuses, but because ammo effects register as rank 1 powers. And that's why this build kicks ass. Thanks for watching, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're not one of the 2,000 plus people who are subscribed already, you can do so with the link up top. Please comment and tell me what you thought, and like if you liked it. That's what those features are there for. Plus, if you loved it that much, you'll find more videos like this one by clicking on the links on the right, or you can click the big one on the left there for more information on this character in my original video guide. I've been Bunky, you've been beautiful, let's do it again sometime.